You got me muted. What's up, family?
Hello.
I don't hear nobody. Y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Twice.
Wow,
Hey, Cardi. Fling that thing.
I'm just sick of this thing. Y'all hear the echo still?
Little bit.
Well, I ain't talking tonight. Y'all talk.
You gotta talk. You the hostess with the mostest.
But I got an echo. That means I need to be quiet. Go ahead and tell me who we was. Yeah, Fly.
I am Jennifer Edge, also known as the Chameleon. Sorry about that echo. Poetry is my passion, and I love what I do.
Fly tie. You know, it ain't much to it, man. First, love yourself. That's what we talking about, man. It's all about empowering your own life. Don't wait for somebody else to give you your worth. You claim your own self-worth. First, love yourself. Fly.
There you go.
Mike Edge.
Hey.
It's family.
Oh my God, y'all, we just rolling with this echo issue. I'm with my family. We got Michael and Julian and Ty. We getting in this thing. How y'all doing right there? Check in. Let us know how bad this echo is. Let's keep it up. We got these promotions taking care of the show in the back. So how y'all doing? What's been going down this week?
You know, can I start with my commercial?
Go with your commercial.
So I received my Tisa Edge belt in the mail. I've been wearing it for about a week. Oh my God, I've been sweating and losing pounds. I'm about 2 inches thinner. 2 inches. I got a whole lot of weight to lose, but 2 inches is a good start, you know. But no, shout out to Tisa Edge and the sweat belt committee. You know, everybody that helped put this together and get this out there. BG, you know, I'm gonna do a photo shoot tomorrow and put this on, you know. Oh, don't laugh, I'm dead serious. I'm gonna do a photo shoot. Huh?
I believe you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, no holds barred, man. I'm going out there. Photo shoot.
Thank you for the support. I feel it. Lord, I'm stuttering already. Listen, it's for men and women. Everybody needs to get that snatch back.
Wait, hold up. Snatch?
Yeah. You snatching your snatch pad, right?
Yeah, something like that. I just want my keg to be firm. I don't need no system.
Okay then. Don't you got an event Sunday that I was trying to get to and now I can't get to it?
Yeah, Be the True Poet. You know, they got this beautiful event popping off. I think me and the Chameleon gonna show up. I don't know. It depends on the weather, you know. But you know, yeah. So it's something to look forward to hear these poets come together and spit some bars. Maybe we could get Chameleon on the stage. I'll record it.
Please.
I'll record it.
Are y'all gonna get some of Hurricane Delta?
Well, let's hope not.
Oh, I'm just asking.
You say Hurricane what?
Delta?
Huh?
What? Ain't that a hurricane that's supposed to be touching down this weekend?
Yeah, but I hope not. Somebody keep praying that it keep moving. no, seriously, like, you know, God can make anything happen, man. That joint can skip, bounce, and right on by us. You know, so I'm hoping not. Keep praying.
Okay, well, yeah, we're gonna keep praying and keep hope alive. So, Michael, tell us who you are. Like, tell us what you do. Like, my people want to know what my cousins do. And he's mad, by the way, before y'all start asking me.
All right, well, we're going to start.
Start with what you do, like. Start with what you do, like.
At the beginning.
All right, so my day job, my full-time job. I'm a supervisor for a school district in Delaware. I've spent the last 17 years at the high school level as an admin. I got 3 years to go before retirement.
You really trying to retire?
Nice.
Hey, look. You stack them bills early.
I drank to that.
On the side, adjunct professor at university. I got a tax business. I got a t-shirt business. I got a photography business. I'm currently looking at starting a travel agency.
You looking at starting what?
Travel. Yeah, like I got a whole concept in my head. I'm just putting it to paper. Get my license situated, and put out there. I'm gonna go see the world.
Wow. Wait. Hold that thought. What we about to do is go to commercial, and if we come back with this echo, we getting out of here, and we're gonna join back in. I got questions, and I can't do this interference. I got a lot of questions. So let's see what happens after this commercial.
It's gone.
You the only one.
It's still there. I don't hear it.
You don't.
Right.
Okay. You mad at me? Wait, hold on. What just happened, man?
So we all about to log out, and then we're gonna log back in. Everybody hold tight for like 36.
Yeah,
How many seconds to a minute?
That part.
All right. We're going to commercial. We're going to log out, and then we're going to come back.
All right.
I'm letting go of all that's behind me. I'm moving on to what lies before me. I'm available, please use me. Finally, I'm ready. I'm letting go of all that's behind me. I'm moving on to what lies before me. I'm available, please use me. Finally, I'm ready. Oh God, I really need to hear your voice. Choice, smart enough to know I'll never go anywhere without you. With distractions everywhere, in a world that doesn't care, I know you're in my corner, giving me words that I believe will hold true. In this life we go through, and it seems we can't.
Okay, we still got it. So what we're probably gonna try is muting until
I got you muted.
What?
I muted everybody else.
So everybody muted except for me, so no echoing. So what I think is going on, there's an interference, and we on some. So I feel like money. so they're not gonna let us be great. So we're gonna have to take turns talking. So Mike, I want to go back to you and tell us all that you do again, because I need to hear this and I'm taking notes. Let me get my pad. Okay, go.
All right. So I'm a supervisor over technology and assessments, all that for the school district I work for. I was at the high school level for 17 years as a building administrator. I got 27 years in the system, so I'm down to 3. The other side jobs I have, I've run a tax business since 1992. I run about 100 clients through there. I have a t-shirt business I've ran since 97 that does embroidery and silk screening. I do photography. I started taking pictures at the church, and that turned into a little side hustle for me. And I'm entertaining right now, starting a traveling agency, just because I got some ideas. I've talked to enough people. I think I can pull this off. So that's what I'm looking at doing.
So hustling is just part of our nature. We hustle because that's all we know how to do. And meanwhile, I'm over here like, man, I ain't trying to be in all these different positions, but I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 jobs. 6. What's Ty saying? Ty, unmute yourself.
Tell I got the mute.
You don't have to mute you yet. BT gonna mute and unmute. She see y'all mouse.
No, I was just saying, man, cousin Mike is a hustle man, for real. He's like motivation for everybody that want to get something started and afraid to take the step. Yo, just do it, man. You had those ideas, make it happen, man. Yo, I'm all for it. I'm going to travel, man. You made me want to travel. I'm going to Hawaii. My first time Hawaii. Or maybe Costa Rica. My wife might be over there. I'm muting. You don't want...
You don't have to mute yourself. BT gonna mute you. What kind of wife in Costa Rica? What color they over there? Unmute yourself.
No, I'm saying, what you mean? What you mean? What color? They got them in all colors in Costa Rica, man. Listen, but I ain't finding. So she could be light skinned, dark skinned, fair skinned. She could have no skin. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, don't touch the mute button. Don't you touch it. BG got it. Jen, what you got for Mike?
You said, what do I have for Mike?
My question?
Oh, Mike, no, I think he's fabulous. Mike been fabulous since before he knew he was fabulous. I'm just sitting here like I'm taking notes as well. And, I'm trying to get under his wing.
Yeah, we talk. So there's some things, some knowledge I'm willing to pass off, because part of being successful is the willingness to listen.
That's good. That's good. Wait, let me write that down. Willingness to listen. Because I think I'm a great listener. I have a problem with applying what I heard.
I would question your passion.
Yes.
That is the issue.
Yes.
Were you passionate about something you want to do?
Do it.
Get in your way.
Hold up. So did we just stop the echo? Wait a minute, Ty. Don't touch nothing. So, Jen, say something.
Something.
No
No echo.
echo. Michael,
No echo.
you
Ain't got
definitely
all right.
hearing the echo. Now bring
It's
Ty
Ty.
in. Let's see.
It's him.
Say
Ty.
something. Huh? He froze.
Who, me?
It's Ty.
It's Ty.
Yeah.
Mr. I soundproof the room.
Every time. It's Ty. What
Wait,
do we
how many
do?
devices do he have on?
Every time. And then you got, hey, Darlene, it's all, what you got going on over there, Ty? It's always something with you.
Never.
How
It's
many
never me.
gadgets you got hooked up?
No, you should be none. Just the phone.
It ain't just the phone, Ty. It ain't just the phone. Where your laptop?
He needs his headset.
Where's your headset? Get your headset.
I never have a headset. Talk now.
Today.
Talk now. Talk now.
I am talking.
No
There's
echo.
an echo. You the only one who don't hear it.
All right.
So when
I'm logging
you
out.
you clear.
I'm logging out. Logging back
All
in.
back in.
Yeah.
It's so complicated.
But and that's why you have family, because you're gonna figure it out, because they want you to figure it out. See, Mike, that's my passion. I like figuring stuff out.
Yeah, how you gonna get paid for that?
That's the thing. Now, how do I get paid for that?
Exactly.
One of my taglines is taking your passion, finding your purpose, and that's gonna lead you to your profit.
I believe that.
That's been like so far just using that from where I'm at, dealing with modeling, life influencing, my crowd motivating, just speaking. It's like, what do I love to do the most? Which I love making people laugh. I love making sure there's never a dull moment. Here can the echo. It's okay. And then turning, that has been how I've been getting my side hustle money, doing that, doing all of that, and really being passionate about it. And then my purpose is just making sure everybody is living their best life now, which is how we got to where we are today. Because Jen hit me up and she's like, "Hey, let's do a podcast. I think me, you, and Ty would be dope together." And I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "Well, where do we start?" And I was like, "Well, let's just start on my platform." We started. She won't let me back down. I get so tired. But we make it do what it do, what we got every week. And then to hear you say that, it's like, you know what? It makes sense. Because when I think about my granddad, he worked at the oil company, but he was the funeral director. He was the comedian. And everybody loves him. So it's like, you brought so much back to life just by saying everything you do. It's like, yeah, I needed that.
But I think I don't want to get too early. But
hello, Timmy.
We have to. I'll go back to my initial point. You have to have that willingness to listen, because a lot of the things that allowed me to get where I am was being in environments I probably had no business being in. So I was with some older guys who were talking about investment. I had no idea what they were talking about, but I listened to how they basically was just playing the system and how they were stacking their money and how they were hustling on the side. But the side money, there was a purpose to that. And I think a lot of times when we're looking to make extra money on the side, we don't go into it with a plan. Now, there's two plans. There's a plan to grow your business, but there's a plan to do what you need to do financially. And so when I'm talking to people and I hit, Jennifer and I talked about this offline, just getting the younger generation in our family together to start having these conversations.
Yes.
So pass down some of this knowledge that I've learned over the years, and I give you a quick nugget. So you got a side hustle. Let's say your side hustle is bringing you $15,000 to $20,000 a year, which is possible if you do it right.
Mm-hmm.
That $15,000 to $20,000 shouldn't necessarily be the extra that you're living off of. It should allow you to really stack your main job first off your main job, because you got the side money to catch up for all the little small bills now, because you're gonna pay yourself first. That side money will help you pay. 10 years down the line, now you're looking at $100,000 of saved up money if you do it right.
That's good. That's good. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Tammy. I saw you come in there. Yeah, that's good. Yo, that's so profound. And one of the things that I really, really, really want to get into is learning investments. But now, wait, when you say investments, you talking about like Forex and that type of investments?
401, start there. You said 4X, and I'm like, oh Lord. Yeah, I'm talking about. Let's take the small pieces of the pie first.
Okay.
So, and this is probably not the platform because it's a much bigger conversation, but so many of us, our people, our family, work at these jobs, and though companies don't match a lot, they still match up to like 4 or 6%.
Where Michael go?
I don't know.
Ty, what you done did? Look at the damn camera.
Sideways. I'm done. Ty, what you doing?
He froze.
Hey, Jackie. Yeah, that's Jen's twin sister. That's Jackie she was talking about. Oh, you feeling better? Go ahead, Mike.
So when we started that conversation, like, you do financing 101, and you leave out all the time shaking your head like, okay, I get it. You're trying to do the best you can with your paycheck. The reality is, if your company's going to match the 6%, you're doing yourself a disservice by not putting away 6% of your salary, because that 6% now is 12.
Mm-hmm.
So stop leaving money on the table, free money. It's not like they're giving you a raise every year, but they are giving you 6%.
Now, yeah, you're right. We got to have this whole conversation right here. Fly, what you got? Since I think we may not have the echo now that you came back. Twisted.
I think because you took off the hat.
Whatever you did, it worked. You got to twist and freeze yourself to get right.
Listen, I really ain't do nothing that time. You was like, what happened to Mike? I don't know. I don't know. But so my phone did kind of blink in and out or whatever. I don't know. But so I missed some of it. But saving money to me, I always thought saving money was like it came down to discipline. You know what I mean? And like Mike said, how bad do you really want it? Where's your drive? You know what I mean? So like I never got deep into like stock and all that type of stuff, which is not, I mean, I probably did myself a disservice. And I had 401k, and I always pay into it, but I never really dug into how to make that,
understand it and make it bigger.
Yeah, make it a asset to my everyday life, like, or to my yearly or my whatever income. I never even looked at it like that. I just paid into it automatically. It came out of my check. I said, okay, cool, right? But I just took what I had, and it was like small principles that I never that I applied when I was younger, but I just transferred them over into the workforce, right? And those principles was pay yourself first, right? And whatever it is, like small amounts, it could be small amounts of money. It's not a large sum for me. 10% or whatever. You put that away, and and basically you really hiding money from yourself. That's what I have to do for me, because if I have it and it's tangible, 9 times out of 10, those nice Nikes over there, they might be on my feet. But if I tuck them away, I tuck that money away. And for me, I kind of like learn how to use the banking system to my advantage. So I use my credit union account for my nest egg. I hardly ever go by there because it's out of the way, which is cool for me. It's all right. I drop some off and I leave it there and I forget about it until I say, oh shoot, I gotta pay this bill. Where this money gonna come from? And I say, okay, I got this over here for now, but I gotta make sure I put that back plus some. But it's always started with like a little 10% or whatever the case may be. But those ideas of like investing and taking that 6% that they giving you for free and actually using it and matching it, you know, that's something that we should be thinking about, because every time we get something for free, we think that is extra money to spend. And that's not the case. Okay. That free money is nest egg money. It's put that away for a rainy day, or not even rainy. Why we always gotta wait for the storm? For a sunny day. Put that away for a sunny day, you know.
Like my passion right now is passing information I've kind of learned down. Because most of us, we don't get that conversation in our families because they didn't know. So it's kind of hit or miss. And like I said, you know, a lot of what I've learned was by accident that then turned into me digging into it to learn more and modeling myself out of somebody that was successful and older than me. And sometimes it was blindly just doing what they did. I mean, I got a client that he's 80. I think his wife is 74 maybe. Between their Social Security, they bring home $120 a year. This is a black couple. $120 a year just to wake up.
Nice.
Wow. How many times they retired?
Once.
How many times they retired?
I'm saying, because you know, some people have. When I hear that on my side, it's like, oh, I had two retirements. Wow. Per person.
Once. But wow. And we as a people and as a family, we can get there if we start early enough and the knowledge is passed down. So you know, that's not a business for me. That's a passion. It's free knowledge. You know, unfortunately for me, I get disappointed sometimes when I'm giving it to people and they're not following. I'm like, concepts are simple. You just gotta want. You gotta set yourself a goal. What number do I want to hit when I retire? Always set it high. If you fall short, so what? You still got more money than you would have had.
Right. Oh, that's so profound. Okay, so how do we reach out to you to get help to get on track financially?
I'll give you my connects. I give them all. Look, conversation. I'm not gonna put all of the stuff to do on a public announcement. But I will give you numbers to work with. Like, let me give you one quick one before we start getting into the foolishness.
You know what's coming.
Hey, look,
I'll drink to that.
You can have 4 edges on anything and not think it's going to happen at some point. So on top of taking advantage of your 401k and matching, here's another tip that people miss. When you get that raise, let's say it's a 2% raise, you should be stacking that as well. You've already taught yourself to live off of what you had. So now you stacking yourself. So when it's time to put your feet up, you don't gotta go to Walmart and work.
Say that.
That's good. Now that should be, I want that on a t-shirt.
What, you don't gotta go to Walmart and work?
And he did the eye roll too. He rolled the eye.
Yo, just send me what you want. We'll get it marked up and printed.
Right. That's so profound, because that was the next thing. Like, wow, this is so deep. So yeah, we gotta have a whole nother conversation, because one of the conversations I was having with my mama, and I was like, "Ma, something happened to you. I'm gonna have to do a GoFundMe." And she was like, "No, you don't. I just don't tell you where my money at." Well, why you don't tell me where your money at? Talking about, because if you ain't got it now, you gonna have to go work at Walmart. I'm like, That ain't fair. But but in real sense, it's like, you know what, you've always pushed me to want to go figure it out and not wait to the last minute, because you trust in me enough to know, okay, I'll show you, I'm gonna go figure it out, now I'll be back. So what you said is so profound that I just had this conversation and you coming back and just saying it, and it makes so much sense.
Can I just add to that real quick? Like, you know, a lot of times though, people think that you need money to get money. You know what I'm saying? All you really need is what you already have. You know what I'm saying? You have to just do right by what you already have, and then allow that to take you to the next level. Because like they hear people talking, like, you know, they may think, people may sit back and watch this and they think that, you know, Mike is very successful in his own right. He do his own thing, you know, and they hear me talking about jobs, you know, they see you doing your thing. They know Chameleon is out there with the poetry and frame poetry and all that. Everybody's making moves, right? So it looked real good. But a lot of times you start from nothing. Like when I say nothing, is you have, if you have a nickel, you got to figure out how to make that nickel into a dime. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean overnight. You can just save 1 penny from each nickel that you get, then you'll end up with 2 eventually. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how it goes. But you just gotta, and this is why I said discipline for me is key when it comes to like saving money. You know what I mean? Discipline is key, because you got to know when, like, for instance, right? I work long, hard hours, right? Which, God willing, that'll stop soon, because I'm getting a little old and that sweat belt ain't gonna work for so long.
Yeah, it will.
Okay, I'm pushing it to fall off my stuff. I'm trying to lose that though. But anyway, but I work long, hard hours. So sometimes I come home and I don't want to actually prepare a meal, right? But I know if I cook at home, I'm saving at least $60 a week.
Minimum.
Just from eating out. You know what I'm saying? So that little $60 or that $5 here, $3 there, you want to go here and grab some quick fries or whatever. Every $3 that you spend is $3 you taking away from yourself. So when people don't have much and they not really, and you know, they think that they can't get up. You can get up. You just got to have form a little discipline. Build a team, especially if you got 3 or 4 adults living in your house. Build a team. Sacrifice. Do some things that's gonna, you know, that's just my theory. And I'm not coming from book knowledge. I'm just coming from being broke, and I'm refusing to be there again.
That's real knowledge, though. I mean, one of the things I always say is, I'm scared to be broke, so I'm gonna work as hard as I can so I don't have to deal with it. Like you know, when I just talk to kids, because kids will hear what you're doing, like, man, Edge, how come you doing all that, man? I said, look, dude, I'm gonna work as hard as I can while I can. When it's time to put my feet up, I want to keep my feet up. That's simple.
Chameleon.
You can't hear?
My phone went down. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everything is down.
Everything went down? Oh, well, I hear everybody good. How you hear me?
No, it's my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, so
can I back out and come back in?
Offline. Because we're gonna make some subtle changes to what I just heard from you.
Yeah, I want to have this conversation offline too, because I need this.
So what you said about making money on the side, I'm gonna show you how to make some more money off doing the same concept. It's just in a different place. All right, Ty, here, echo again.
Right, Ty. You here? And you blurry. Where you at, Ty? He muted.
I'm fuzzy?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
fuzzy. Let's see what happens when Jen come back in. But Mike, yeah, I'm gonna reach out to you and we're gonna figure out how to put this in a package. This sounds like a master class.
Oh, look, man, for you probably will be. No, because you got a lot of irons right now in the fire.
Okay.
I want to have that conversation with you on making sure it's aligned properly, that you get where you're trying to go.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
And I need all of that because that's the road I'm going. Because all these years I've been getting the wrong information. And now I'm ready to get lined up with the right information, and I realize it ain't too late. I can still be a self-made millionaire.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. You know, the question is, how hard are you willing to work to get there? And what sacrifices are you willing to make if that is the dream? I mean, Mike retired with $1 million.
And I want to retire with $1 billion.
I only need $1 million.
I need $1 billion.
Hear out my philosophy. This is how I think.
Yeah.
So if I can get to $1 million and earn just 3% on that money.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's free money every year.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like 30 G's every year.
That's right. You're right. And see, that's what I want to learn, because I want to learn all of that right there and understand it. Like for me with Trump in the White House, I'm trying to understand. You went there for a reason. You ain't go there to disrupt the country. You went there for business purposes. I want to know why you went there for your business.
Mostly the tax cuts that he gave, and the stock market really made a lot of people a lot of money. So for me, from a stock market standpoint, you know, my retirement money and all that, I'm not mad at him. I just don't like him. I think, you know, I mean, I get the business side of him. Just morally, I can't stand him.
Right, that part. Okay.
And money doesn't make the end all. Because I've been able to do just as much making less than I can do right now.
Right.
Because what people don't realize is with more money comes more bills.
True.
And all you got to do is look at your own life where you are and go, hey, when I was making less, I actually had more discretionary income to spend. But the more I made, then my purchases became bigger. And it took you out of whack because you knew the money was coming, so you figure I can spend more. And then you know what you spend it.
That's good. Yeah, I can't wait to have this conversation. I want to have all that there. That's a whole meal and then some.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said
before. That's a whole weekend retreat. I need all that.
I gotta give it to you in snacks so you can digest it.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna show up with my Jen, you back. You okay?
Mute it.
You mute. What you say? No, StreamYard won't let us be great tonight. Okay. Say something. Nope. It's your phone? Now, Fly, you got to log out and come back in.
Got that you sending me to the office look.
Both of them got to log back in?
Something wrong with Jen.
Okay, we're going to go to a commercial. We'll be right back. And we're back. And we got an echo. I don't know what it is, yo. So look, we got that financial tip, and we about to get into this question. And Mike and Ty, this on y'all right here. So the question is, I have a middle-aged woman that's dating a middle-aged man, and she was told by his middle-aged family member that the reason why he can't get serious with her is because of his erectile dysfunction. So the question is that a problem, truthfully, or is that something that the conversation they should have amongst each other?
She should, if the relationship is deep enough, she should have a conversation with him.
I agree.
Because for most men, the issue is it becomes a mental block and an ego block.
Mm.
But if she comes in and supports him, he can get past that.
Mm-hmm. So should she let him know that she know and he didn't tell her?
Here's how I see it. Address it and put it out there, or you'll always be thinking it's one thing when it could be something totally different.
Oh, I said something totally different. That's good. Person. Say that again.
This person talk to him.
Fly, you over there moving and shaking. What you got to say?
Nah, the older cuz was talking, man. I ain't got nothing to say, man. Listen, I don't have problems. Like, no, when you wait, so I can't, it's hard to relate. I'm just saying, it's hard to relate. I think, first of all, if you're having issues like that, sometimes you got to just change your diet. To be honest with you, you might be eating stuff. I mean, or you may not even be attracted to her no more. Again, like, have the conversation. It's a whole. You're talking about he can't get right?
But they haven't even got that part yet. She going off of what a family member told her why he won't get serious with her.
Oh, she can't go off that. That can't go off that. Can't go off that. Nah,
I'm gonna missionary finger.
Oh.
I just need to hear the question one more time.
The question was, there's a middle-aged woman who is dating a middle-aged man whose auntie told her, the woman, that the reason why the man don't want to get serious with her is because he has erectile dysfunction. And she wants to know how to proceed. Should she leave it alone because they're having communication issues now all of a sudden, or should she go ahead and pursue and be supportive?
That's heavy.
I don't see it as heavy at all. Have the conversation.
Have the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, then you're not going in. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be over in a month.
I agree. I said have the conversation, but if you already know that's an issue for you, you're gonna be one-sided anyway.
Which one, for the guy?
Yeah.
No.
Depends. See, I think it depends, because for most guys, our ego is big time in any relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If you play to our in a supportive way, you can get past that. And I'm not saying
be his peace.
Stand it.
Be his peace. Oh. I don't even know. I think cuz always say you got to be his peace, right? So sometimes when like, yeah, I still lines. I apologize, but no, cousin Jen, she always say, sometimes a woman just gotta be the peace for the man. Like when he come there, where he can find rest, get his mind together, get his thoughts together, instead of bringing up confusion and conflict all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, everybody is attracted to different things. Some people like drama and chaos. Some people outgrow it. You know what I mean? So, again, like like Mike said, you gotta have a conversation. You gotta have the conversation. Yeah, you gotta have the conversation and figure out exactly where this man head is at. And don't be listening to family members, because sometimes family members and friends, they'll be trying to destroy something because of their own motives or whatever the case may be. And not saying that it exists everywhere, and I'm not saying that's the case, but sometimes you gotta really play it by ear and dig and go in and find out what's going on with your mate before you start listening to anybody else. Because people, they'll destroy a home. I'm telling you, and the home ain't even get built yet, and it's already gone.
Right.
Hey T, here's the advice you can give her too. If she's on listening, or you got to talk to her, it doesn't matter. But here's the other advice. That issue of ED is usually an indicator of some other health issue.
Yep.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol.
Yep.
3 are major issues for Black men.
Yep.
Nothing else. Go get checked, bro.
That's right.
You work.
That's exactly what I said. Yep. You got all the amen women, amen you. That's right. Because I said the same thing. Like, don't get cold feet until you know what's really going on. Maybe you're the one to help him, push him to even go get it figured out. Because most people, especially us, we gonna talk about you and be gone versus trying to help you be better.
From a Black man standpoint, most of us don't like going to doctors. We don't want to hear any bad news. And look, I'm like, run every test my insurance cover. I want to know everything, because medically, you can probably fix, 90%.
Yep.
And we're gonna speak truth. In our family, too many of these men died too young.
That's right.
Yes.
So I'm on a mission not to be like that.
I know that.
That's right. That's right. Because that's the thing. What's the magic number 45 for our men?
Plenty of them didn't make 50. When I first met my wife, man, we were going to funerals so often. She said she was scared to marry me.
Wow.
Oh wow. That's deep.
Now I had to point to a couple. I said, "Hey, see that man over there? That's Uncle Howard." He a legend.
Everybody gonna make Uncle Howard come on the show. But you're right, like, oh my God. And one of the biggest things, and that's what I said, the same thing you said, I'm like, you gotta remember, we not 20 something now. We talking about middle age. We're talking about this is the time when these issues start happening. It's time for the conversation, whether it's uncomfortable or not.
Got to have it. I mean, and as long as she comes from a supportive standpoint, either she's going to find out it's true and we can deal with it together, or she's going to find out that it was a lie so we can move past it.
There it is. Straight up, no chaser. That's what I'm talking about.
And if she's middle-aged, she ain't got time to be playing games.
That's her number one thing. She's like, I ain't trying to play these games, but you about the only one give me the realest answer. So ask Fly Tie. I was like, it's perfect because Fly Tie and my cousin Mike gonna be on. So we about to really get in this thing. I'm trying to pull up the other one because the other one was good too. Okay, so this one is a mom. Mike, y'all got virtual school there, right?
Yeah,
y'all do everywhere, right? So she has an unruly child where the school was her daycare. She can't handle it no more. So the question was, do she even allow him to go back to school, or either he go back to school or he going to the system?
So this is a virtual school issue. It's a control and discipline issue.
I'm about to say that is a parenting issue or something.
You got no older brothers?
Nope. No male figure.
She in trouble. She in trouble.
I'm sorry. How old is he?
I didn't ask. Let me see. I didn't ask, but I'm thinking middle school. Probably young male.
Jen, you. Anybody on here with kids know you in trouble. If you didn't start this early, you can't
say it. Say
you
it.
Not catch up late. It is impossible.
I was a whole bully to mine. I'm the bully. I was the bully.
Hey, look. I told mine, so I'm the man of this house. Period.
I know that's right.
Until you coming in here with a job. And I don't have to put my hands on my kids because
right. Yeah, me either.
We nip it early.
Melanie said she need to reach out to the community for help.
It's hard. You can't introduce somebody into his life that he doesn't know. Sorry, Ty. You can't introduce somebody late into his life that he doesn't know. Now, the only other thing she may be able to do if he's interested into in sports, get him hooked into a sport, because then the coach can take on that discipline factor. Interested in sports, you could be in trouble with this one.
He's a gamer.
There's gaming leagues.
Oh, gaming leagues.
Now you got to start negotiation. If that's where his love is, I need this back. As long as I get this back from you, I'm going to support you here.
I'm about to say, and it has to be something deep. Like, I don't know. You say he's unruly. It had to grow to that.
She said she needs to handle her child. My children listen to me more than their dad. They know I don't play. I don't care how old they get. True.
You see,
what you got to say, Fly? What you got to say? You itching.
Nah, I was just thinking, like growing up, one thing, it was a lot of economic things that our parents and our family didn't have, and they weren't able to teach us that. But one thing that they did kind of install in most of us, probably all of us, I should say, is you raise a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he won't depart. So at some point, he'll come back to that tree or to that well to get some water. You know what I mean? Because he knows that. But and this is happening, and people are figuring out. And I just want to say this, and I'm going to shut up. But people are really figuring out right now that they did a lot. There's a lot of people out there that take care of their children, but they're not raising their children. You know what I'm saying? And when the school system, because what happened was that the school was raising their children for them, but they were providing for them and taking care of them. They kept a roof over their head and they was feeding them, but they never sat down to take the responsibility to build a relationship with the child that they had in their home. So when times like this come, they're finding that their parenting skills was lacking somewhere. Now, I'm not judging anybody. I'm not judging nobody because, everybody do the best they can with what they think, what they have. You know what I'm saying? And some of it comes from generational lessons on parenthood. You know what I'm saying? But when you can't sit down and have an intellectual conversation with your children, you know what I'm saying, or your child, like there's an issue. Like, and I have a daughter, so sometimes I push and I talk to her in a different way than her mom talked to her. Like, she in the house, my daughter is a loner. She do her own thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not accepting that. Like when you can't shut me down. Like you can't tell me why do you ask me a lot of questions that because I want to know. No, literally, I want to know who you are, and I want to tell you who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not you know, I want to, but I want to know who you are. That way, when situations come where the school system is no longer being the babysitter, you really have a relationship where you can say, listen, this is what I need from you, and that child really respect and honor you enough in order to do it. And that's it. And you know, I don't want to beat that in the head, but people are figuring out that they was lacking somewhere. They was missing something.
And it starts from when they're small. You gotta start when they're young. You have to start when they're young.
Right. So basically, I said it wrong. Tell me what you said that was wrong with these parents. That's what's wrong. They're wanting the school to care for their child. Once something is said, they want to run and give the school a hard time. And you're right. That I've had to calm a few people down. Like, why you going up there mad with them when they trying to tell you what they need your help with? But it was really about, he's in middle school, so would she look like an unfit mother by basically giving him away? Like, she just cannot handle him. I was like, oh, my bad. So that's the whole question.
Yeah,
can I jump on this? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead,
can I jump on this real quick, and then you can mute me out again so everybody won't be no echo. Like my opinion, to surrender your child over to the system, only because the system is set in place to assist you, not and when they get involved, sometimes it's not really a good look. Like you end up becoming the unfit parent, but that's not necessarily the case. And I understand that you really just asking for help, right? But there gotta be and this we talked about this earlier on too with the Edge men, right? And with men in general, generations before, right? The men stepped up to the plate. If your father wasn't there, like okay, let's be honest. I never even met my dad, right? I don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? I never met him, you know. But my grandfather and my grandmother and my uncles and my aunts and my cousins, it was an extended family. This is what it was. Like I didn't even miss the father figure in my life because I had so many other father figures that stepped up to the plate and aided me when I needed to be aided. Now, did they have all the communication skills that was necessary to get me to the next level of manhood? Maybe not, but they gave what they had. You know what I'm saying? They never abandoned them. So what I think this woman need is more men to step up to the plate. And I'm not talking about men because you got the male package. I'm not talking about that. That don't define you as a man. When you see a woman struggling in a situation like this, don't step in to help her so you can get into her pants. Step in to help her because that man needs to be helped. He's growing up to be a man and he needs to be helped because one day it may be your daughter that he saved or your son that he saves. So we need to start thinking different. That's why I put together. I talked about this before. Like it's a program like we talked about putting together, and it's called New Way, New Life. You know, if you change, it's a new way of thinking brings forth a new way of living. You know what I'm saying? A new way of thinking brings forth a new way of living. If we continue to think the way we think individually and selfishly, we're going to always have these women or these young children or this young man or this young woman that's out there that's motherless and fatherless and looking for some guidance or whatever the case may be. And they're going to find it in the wrong place. So now you can mute my mic. I'm shut it up. I drink too.
I think you still have her last shot at this pretty much, and she still has to find the hook. I spent a lot of my career dealing with kids before I went to the high school. The saving grace is in middle school. They're pretty much the craziest.
Mm.
You know, and
Okay.
it's a chemical imbalance that they go through in those 2.5 years between hormones and growth spurts
Thank you.
are out of whack. My concern sound like she hasn't had control up to this point. That concern is because at 13 and 14, if there's been no discipline structure up to that point, it's hard to get it later on. Her hook might help her. So if he's a gamer, she's got to put herself in the gaming world and find somebody over there that's successful in gaming and introduce him into that because that's the hook that's going to keep him.
Mm.
That could come in and be a helpmate for her, not necessarily in a relationship, but as a guy to say, hey, dude, you can't be doing this and be successful at this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he may be willing to listen because he's interested in it.
That's good, Mike. That's good. So you said there is game. How would she find gaming leagues? Tammy and Moni, I see y'all.
Depending on where she lives, start Googling.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Google.
Because a lot of it's just online. Some of it have local stuff. Not necessarily, dude. Not necessarily.
Ain't no money
made in it. Yeah, they can make money doing it.
They get paid in.
He can make money.
Yes.
Okay. He can make a lot of money.
Okay.
But she's got to use that as a hook. Like you can't give him all of that and then not expect him to do well in school or attend school.
Right.
But she may need somebody to help her make that bridge.
Okay. That's good. Okay, y'all answered the 2 questions superbly. That's what I'm talking about. Look at them Edge men coming through, being a village for my peoples.
This is life.
Right, yeah, we got
probably all these experiences in our family.
Say that.
Pretty much. You right. You ain't lying. So, Fly, you done froze, Lord. All right. So we about to wrap this thing up. I want to apologize for all the discrepancies, the echoing, the issues with the live. Like, hey, you know, when you want somebody as platform, this is how it go down. So, Jen, while we waiting on Mike, while we waiting on Ty to come back to give his outro, go ahead and tell him who you are again. And thank you. Thank you for all the nuggets you dropped tonight.
Hey, this is free knowledge, especially when it comes to family, man. I'm trying to let's prosper together, man. Let's travel together. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's change the next generation of our Edge kids.
Yes.
What we didn't get to see because we were broke.
That's right.
You know, so let's start exploring with them, man. Let's start giving them different opportunities, if nothing else. You know, allow them to see the world or see things from a different light. And I think we're that bridge between our parents and our kids. Where we've done more than our kids, our parents, and we want our kids to do more than us. So let's be successful and try and put that together. Let's lean into each other.
I love it. I love that. That going on the shirt too.
Let's lean in.
Let's lean in.
Let's lean into it.
I'm gonna start charging you for some of this.
As long as you put me a percentage away for my retirement, let's get it. Okay, then tell them who you are, how to find you.
That's right.
Jennifer Edge Williams, Chameleon. You can find me on Facebook. Any objections? And also, I'm so lost right now. But also just regular Facebook. I'm a poet, and poetry is my passion.
That's what's up. Go ahead, Fly Ty.
Fly Ty. You know, first love yourself. You know, your love is first. Remember that. You know, you can find me you got a Facebook page. You know, come check out Fly Ty. You know, Fly Talk. You know, so Fly Talk is all about encouraging people to live their best life. Follow your dreams. You see my cousin Mike, he putting it down. Cousin Tisa is doing her thing, and Chameleon is out there. You know, it's all about that, man. Self empowering your own self and I talk. You can find me on Facebook, like I said. Check me out on the email. Get at me. I'm not gonna put my email out there because she said that's my catch line. I ain't trying to catch nothing.
All right, y'all. It's your girl Tisa Edge, live with Tisa Edge, and I'm chatting with more edges. I look forward to talking to you all next week. Good night.
Good night.
Well, come on, give it.
Oh, shout out to BG Promotions, y'all. The one producer running behind the scenes, keeping it all
There you
together.
go.
Thank you.